What up? This is Sariq. As you can see, I'm back in my bathroom again. It's the same situation as last week. All of my family's over and they're causing a ruckus, so I had to come in here and get this done right quick so I wouldn't fail you this time, or fail you, as you say. So, yeah, I'm going to be answering questions for the discussion, comment, and critique response 3. I think it is, right? Yeah, 3. And it's based on the Twilight Zone, which is an old. Before I knew what Twilight Zone was, I thought it was like a spinoff or like a connection of the movie Twilight, which is about like a vampire and a werewolf. But obviously it's not. It's an old time show which talks like which deals with like demons and superstition and like fantasy stuff like that. So, question 1 says, consider the act breaks in TV shows. Choose one episode you watched. I'm gonna choose the Twilight show. The Twilight Zone. And discuss where the act breaks are for each episode. The people who put the commercials and the act breaks are very clever because they do it when a important event or like a superstition demon or something big's happening, like a group of characters or a character will walk up and something huge and creepy and mysterious will happen. And then that's what they do act break. It's clever. It happens a lot nowadays, but I feel like they were like one of the first ones to do it because this show was like made back in like the 1960s or 50s. So I'm guessing so. They'll do it like when a demon's coming or something scary is about to happen, or after something scary is happening around there. There's just commercial break to like lighten up. I guess it's like lighten the mood or just to keep us on our toes. I think it's one of the two. It's really clever how they did it. So I think where they put that act breaks are really really clever, and I like that. This question here says, social diversity issues include race, gender, and sexuality. What social diversity do you notice in two episodes? And one episode, I think it's a controversial one. I think me and my brother was literally just talking about it because I was asking him his opinion about this question. It's one episode, like really. I think if you Google it, it will show up. It's one episode which talks about. Doesn't talk about race, but like has some race aspects in it, like a race. And it's like a huge episode. I'm pretty sure if you Google it, you can look it up. But it's a big episode. It's controversial. That's what I'm looking for. It's controversial. Everyone has different opinions on it. He had a different opinion on it. I had my opinion on it. My dad has his. My mom has hers. It's controversial, and I like that about shows that it's controversial. I don't like that. It's about race or something. But the fact that we can like debate about a controversial take in a show. That's what makes the show really good. So that's a really, really, really big social diversity in the Twilight Zone because it's a really episode. It's a really big episode that's controversial. If you Google it, I'm pretty sure it'll pop up. Last question here says, briefly critique the show that you watched. Who is the target audience? So it's the same question as last week. Twilight Zone's old fashioned, but it's a classic. So, like, if I had to give it a rating out of 10, probably like a 6.5 or a 7. That's because I love horror, and I really do love horror and thrillers and superstitions and stuff like that. But since it was like old time, the old fashioned, and didn't have as much technology and use of stuff like we do now, it wasn't as scary and as electrifying that I expected horror or thriller shows or movies to be. But for its time, it's really, really great. It's really, really classic, and the fact that I enjoyed it and I'm a huge horror fan, I didn't like to critique or anything. So I think it's that the target audience would be for people who love not demons, but superstition, fantasy, short films of just like different characters going through life and just seeing stuff that's not supposed to have abnormal activities, if I should say paranormal activities. So that's the target audience for real. That's pretty much it for real. That's all the discussion posts. I will be uploading my 150 word comment to a student on Monday. So